Bex here. Okay, so it's been a moment since I've had a chance to vlog. Unfortunately, a family member passed away, and I did some B footage, meaning like I just kind of recorded like, you know, my day-to-day last week, but I really didn't get to like give any updates. There's just so much going on. So I'm just gonna let y'all know what I did last week. I finished 2 books. There was a lot of, you know, waiting, seeing what was gonna happen before the unfortunate passing. So I had a lot of time to read, and I finished The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, and really enjoyed that one. I used tabs. It was just a mass market copy of the Da Vinci Code. I had like a nostalgic feel for wanting to see like the copy I believe I saw my brother reading when I was younger, so I picked up the mass market edition, and I tabbed it up. I'll do like how I annotate a video of that eventually. That will be coming, but just for example, this is just me tabbing, writing things I didn't know, cross-reference checking Dan Brown's controversial statements. It is a fiction book. Just checking it out. So it's pretty cool. Just more of the same. Oh, look at that. And then I also finished Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I used pretty much just blue tabs and then a few light pink ones on these. So all blue. I love that. So I've talked a lot about these books in previous vlogs, so I'm not going to really talk about them here. Just because I think that would be repetitious, but I did finish. And right now, what I'm mainly, just kind of like taking a mental break. I'm reading a graphic novel, specifically BlackBlood by Vuong and Enriquez, and this is it without the dust jacket. It's got a very glossy shine to it. I'm currently on chapter 5, so I think I'm halfway, or I'm just about to be halfway in the graphic novel. And I will, after I finish this graphic novel, I'm gonna pick up several. I usually pick up 3 physical copy books at a time to read. I personally like to go through a period of a book, and if I'm ever feeling like big bites of a book, and then, you know, kind of like focus elsewhere, I guess really appreciate and take my time with the writing and not let it go too fast. I also find myself remembering books better when I space them out. And I don't know if I am a slow reader or if I just read too many books at a time, but I feel like I don't want to forget what I read, and I do read a lot, so it's a process. And I do write a lot while I'm reading books, trying to have a more intimate, like hands-on relationship with the book to be able to retain better. All right, talk to you soon. Hey guys, Bex here. I I am about to go get groceries, and I wanted to just kind of give y'all an update. What is my update? I finished a graphic novel that I was reading called BlackBlood, and it was interesting. I find it kind of YA. It wasn't necessarily the best thing I've ever read. Let me turn down my AC. Oh my god, I live in Texas and it's like 100 degrees outside, so yeah, I have it blasting. My hair is just poofy, but I wanted to give y'all an update. I finished my graphic novel and I gave it about 3 stars. It was cute. It was a little like too YA for me, but that's like what it was, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, for a YA audience, like that's cool. So I put a poll on Instagram yesterday to see what book you guys would pick out for me to pick up next now that I finished that graphic novel. And it looks like it's House of Salt and Sorrow, and I believe that's Erin Craig that is the writer. So I definitely will be picking that up this evening. I'm about to go get groceries, and then we're gonna go to my husband's family's, on his dad's side, somewhere over there, because unfortunately there was a passing in the family. But I'm gonna bring my books with me. Right now the 3 physical books that I'm reading is The Drawing of the Three by Stephen King, Lush Life by Richard Price, and then House of Salt and Sorrow by Erin Craig. So I'm just starting all of them, so it's like a really great time to really get into the vlog. I'm gonna vlog until the end of next week. Right now it's Friday, so I started the vlog on a Thursday, so we'll go to Thursday, Friday of next week. I'm planning on getting my nails done probably this week. Oh my god, look at how bad my nails are. Like, that's atrocious. Please excuse me. They're like so freaking long. I'm listening to an audiobook called Hinch. I can't remember the author's name off the top of my head, but it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think it's gonna be a 5-star read. I only have like 2 hours left of the audiobook, and then I need to start an ebook. I think I'm gonna read the next book in the Bloodline series. I would be on the 5th book or the 6th, I'm not sure, but I'm almost done with that series. And yeah, that's like a nostalgic read for me. I will say that the first 3 I didn't really care for, but then the 4th one, and I started the first chapter of the 5th one, I'm really liking it. Bex here. So it is Tuesday. It's like the last week of May. It's like the last week of May. I think next week June starts, and I don't know if this is gonna be the last update for this video. It might be, because this weekend I plan on recording my TBR game for June, which is super exciting. and getting that up for you guys before May ends. So yeah, that would be the video after this one if I can get this video up. But I wanted to give you some updates. Saturday, I went to a book festival here in San Antonio, and I got to meet some authors. Specifically, I got to meet some authors, one of them being Amanda Eyre Ward, and the other one being Tomas Q Morin, or Morin, I believe it's Morin. And they signed my book. They left some messages here for me. Isn't that so cute? I was so honored that they would sign the books that I had purchased at the book festival. And this is a series of poems. I don't know anything about his poetry. This was definitely an introduction to him. He was so nice though, very sweet. Both the authors were sitting right next to each other, and I was like, oh my gosh, trying to talk to both of them. But he was so understanding and just so nice, and I'm really excited to start reading his works and get into his poetry. He also has a novel out. I'll tag both below, but look at this cover. Isn't that an absolute stunner? And one thing is, when he signed the book, he put rawr, 'cause I was wearing cheetah print that day and we were talking about cats, so he put that on there, so I thought that was really sweet. The other author I met was Amanda Eyre Ward. She was super nice too. This cover, I love the vibes of it. It's so summery, and I don't know what to expect, but I'm really, really excited. I know that she's had other books that have been really, really popular, and they were just both really nice, kind people, and I was really grateful that they were the first authors I got to meet. And then I didn't get to go to, I did buy one more book. I didn't get to go to the author's, when she had like a moment to speak. I didn't get to hear her speak or get her to sign the book because we had to leave early due to family stuff going on. But I did get Life on the Rocks by Juli Berwald. I absolutely love this cover. This is a non-fiction. It is all about the coral reefs and what's happening to them and how we can try to keep coral reefs from dying out because they are very endangered right now. So I'm so excited to get into this book. I'm hoping it's good. If it's good, I'm going to recommend it to my brother, who is a marine biologist, and I think he was definitely the inspiration for me as well to want to pick this up. So that's the little book haul. That's the little book haul. I also wanted to give y'all an update on where I'm at. I have read so much in these past 2 weeks. I finished a book last night, Silver Shadows by Rochelle Mead, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put it here. And I was explaining in my wrap-up that her first 3 books in the Bloodline series, I really did not think they were good. However, the 4th and 5th, and this is the 5th book, she's just at it. It's so good. This book, it was so fast-paced. There was so much on the line. So what this series is about is Adrian is a Moroi, which is a vampire, type of vampire. There's different kinds of vampires in this universe, but he is a type of vampire, and he's actually of royal lineage. He's not in, line to be the next Bethroned or anything like that, but his aunt was the last queen. So he is a high-placed, ranked Moroi vampire. Sydney is what we call an alchemist, and they are like a cult basically, but they work with the Moroi to keep their identity secret to humans like you and me. But they're very religious, and they're very, while they're working with the Moroi, they think the Moroi are basically the epitome of evil. And so these two are star-crossed lovers, and they are trying to keep each other safe. Basically, in this book, it's their whole entire journey of trying to be together, even though both people, like both their people, are completely against it, and it's really intense because there's torture involved, there's being on the run, there's a chase. It's so crazy. I definitely recommend it. The first 3 books in the series, I don't, but you have to get through them to get to the 4th and 5th. So maybe you'll like the first 3 more than I do. I also finished a article by Mary Beard. It was in Goodreads, so I did count it. And it's basically about women's voice being put down basically by men through history, and like what's happened in Greek and Roman mythology, what's happened biblically, and like how that impacts women today, and how women's voices are often disregarded. And it really provides really legit sources. Mary Beard is a professor. She's very well knowledgeable, and it was an honor to get to read some of her writing. Right now, I am almost 50% through The Drawing of the Three by Stephen King. I'm really enjoying this book a lot. There's a lot going down. Stephen King is weird per usual. Once again, I didn't like the first book in this series very much, but I always heard that if you get through the first book, they get better, and I have to say that this is really good, and I'm really glad that I'm reading it. So there's that. I did just start Lush Life by Richard Price. I'm only about 40 pages in to Lush Life. This book is about a murder that takes place in I believe it's Brooklyn. I'm only 40 pages in, so bear with me, but it's the communities that have already been in Brooklyn, that have been living there for, generations at this point, and then the new college scene, bougie like facilities being built in their spaces, and like what happens in this situation when people are feeling pushed out of their own, area, like where they've lived, their homes. So that's what this is about. It is a murder mystery. The writing is super difficult. I was joking with my friend Nina, who's from New York, that I've never been to New York, and the person that wrote this is from New York, so he's writing with a lot of slang and references for people that have lived in that area. But I am only 40 pages in, so I'm hoping like the more that I read the book, the more I'll start to get into it and start to understand what's happening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, Beck's Book signing off, guys. Bye.